Hi, FlossTube friends. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Monday, March 31st at approximately 10:20 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming to you today on Transgender Day of Visibility. So, if you or somebody you know happens to be transgender, know that you are welcome here and that I see you and that you are very much loved and accepted here in my part of FlossTube here on YouTube. So thank you very much for stopping by. If you're new here, this is my YouTube channel where I, among other creators just like me, talk to you about our love of cross stitch. We stitch with embroidery thread, therefore our channels here on YouTube are known as FlossTube. FlossTube is a subset of YouTube where the creators like me talk to you about our love of cross stitch and share other things with you as well, but mostly talk to you about cross stitch. So thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll find something here that will encourage you to maybe try a new craft or just to get inspiration for something that you may want to learn, or just to have something to listen to as you go about doing your daily grind. So thank you very much for stopping by. You're a new friend, and I always like meeting new friends, so thank you very much. If you're a returning watcher, I like returning friends too. Returning friends are great friends of mine, and hopefully you feel welcome here as well. So I encourage you to kind of grab a drink, grab a project, grab whatever you might be working on, grab a puzzle, crossword or whatever you're working on, and just kind of sit back, relax, and take a listen to what I have to talk to you about. If you're a returning subscriber, you're my great, great, great friends. Hopefully, those of you that haven't subscribed yet will become great friends as well and subscribe. So thank you very much for everybody being here, and I look forward to sharing with you tonight. If you would like to keep abreast of when I do upload new content, if you choose to follow me, please click the subscription button below and also click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content here on YouTube. I plan on keeping this up about every 2 to 3 weeks, at least once a month. And so if you do click the notification bell, you will get that, hopefully get that new notice that I have uploaded new content here going forward in the future. So thank you very much for considering being a subscriber and a really good friend of mine here on YouTube. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate everybody. So happy Transgender Day of Visibility today, everybody. So today's video is going to be mostly about cross stitch. I do have a little diamond painting haul to share with you, and also another new little crochet kind of thing that kind of got started up in the last month or two that I am subscribing to. So I will kind of share that with you. But today's video is going to be mostly about cross stitch. I do have some haul to share with you, some stitchy updates, some plans for April coming up starting tomorrow, and also talk to you a little bit about some other life events going on, like Jigsaw Puzzle National Championships, college softball, and roller derby alumni night that was this past Saturday. So I will be sharing some pictures of some friends of mine that I met back up with at roller derby alumni night on Saturday night. So that was a lot of fun. So like I said, grab something to drink, grab a snack, grab a project, grab a book, grab a crossword puzzle, grab a puzzle. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And hopefully you will find some inspiration here tonight for whatever it is that you're looking for. So thank you very much. I am going to start off with some haul. So one of the things I wanted to come to you with, I am a subscriber to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. Let me go ahead and slide over a little bit so I can get this up for you. The spring issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine is out. I do not yet have the hard copy, but if you have the print copy or if you get the print copy subscription, the actual physical subscription, you can access the digital download of every magazine, and you can go as far back as the magazine has been published. So you can get all the digital back issues if you have a print subscription. So the new spring Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine is out. I am not going to do a flip through of it here for you, just because it's kind of hard to do on a PDF, because you'll see the patterns and everything. When I do get my magazine, I'll show you some of the pictures, the pieces that I think are really cute in this magazine. I don't know if Carolyn Zook from C Zook Stitch is doing a flip through of this magazine. She may not have a subscription to it. I don't know. I know she does walkthroughs, really nice walkthroughs of some of the other magazines that she does get, like Just Cross Stitch and whatnot. So if you're looking for a full-fledged magazine walkthrough, you can look her up. I will put links to everybody's channel that I mentioned here on my channel below in the description box at the end. So thank you very much for that. So that is Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I am also a part of the Cam Kellogg Kitty and Me Designs birthday free birthday pattern. So if you subscribe to Kitty and Me Designs, if you're on their, I believe it's Kitty and Me Designs on Facebook. If you're on their Facebook group, you can sign up for their annual birthday pattern. And I got mine on the 18th. My birthday was Monday the 18th. So they sent me the pattern. And this is the cat. And it is really, really, really cute. Let me see if I can get this to get bigger for you. There you go. Her name is Jubilee. Or its name is Jubilee, and it is the 2025 birthday cat, not for resale. So this is Jubilee by Kitty and Me Designs, designed by Pamela Kellogg. And it's part of their Colorful Cat series. But this is called Jubilee. All right. Then I am also, because I went to the stitching retreat in the fall last year up in Warren, Ohio, several ladies were stitching on a Teresa Kogut pattern called Hometown Sal. And the only way to get the Hometown Sal is to sign up for Teresa Kogut's Patreon. You have to be a Tier 4 subscriber to her Patreon in order to get the pattern released for free. This pattern is a pattern that's been released it started in January of 2024 and goes until December of 2025. So it's a 2-year release pattern. And I got the latest iteration, page 15 of the pattern this month. So this is the pattern here. And it is a neat little pattern. A lot of people, I saw some of the ladies stitching on this, and at the so I will get into this a little bit right now. So there were quite a few ladies stitching on this at the fall stitching retreat in Warren, Ohio, that my mom and I went to last October. And Grace Notes Fabric, Corinne and her daughter were at the retreat with a bunch of fabric and flosses and whatnot to sell. And a bunch of the ladies that were at the retreat were stitching on this over the weekend. And so I was talking to them about it. So they hooked me up with the information to sign up. You can go to Teresa Kogut's Patreon, which is listed there at the bottom. You could go to her Patreon and sign up for it. Sign up for a Tier 4. You have to be a Tier 4 membership to get it. And all the past months, if you've missed it now, all the past months, I believe, are $1 in her Patreon shop. But you have to have the password in order to get it. But anyway, wanted to show that to you now. So, as I said, some of the ladies were stitching on this, and Corinne and her daughter from Grace Notes Fabric were at the retreat. And one of the ladies was stitching her hometown Sal on a piece of Raspberry Latte by Grace Notes Fabric. And Corinne dug through her stash and found me a piece of 40 count. So this is my 40 count Raspberry Latte that I will be eventually starting the stitch of the hometown Sal on um, going forward. I think I showed this last year when I purchased it, but it is Raspberry Latte 40 count linen that I picked up from Grace Notes Fabric. I don't have any of the flosses pulled for this yet, and I may be adding some over dyed flosses like Weeks or Classic Colorworks or Gentle Arts or some of the other over dyeds like Live and Dye in LA or Mo Sale or Be Stitch Me flosses that I might have on hand. I might be subbing some of them out for some of the houses that are in the pattern. Sorry, I keep doing this because I'm looking at my monitor over here that has it, but the picture of it is right here for you. So anyway, I might be substituting some overdyed flosses for that. So, all right, I talked about that. Um, oh, need to figure out where it is. Where is it? It is. So if you've sorry about that. Let me get rid of this here. There we go. All right. So if you've watched my channel any length of time, you know that I am in the Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month Club, and we got the March Fabric of the Month. So if you haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to look away. But this month's fabric is called Radioactive. And that green color is very much true to life. It is a very bright um, lime electric green. So this is a 40 count Verdal even weave. These Stitch Me fabrics, especially the Verdals, are super duper soft. Now I'm not going to take this out of the package, but you get the idea that it's very green and very pretty. Really looking forward to finding something to stitch on this. Um, so I talked about Be Stitch Me. The biggest news, though, we, um, those of you in the cross stitch world may know of, um, yeah, we'll talk about that. May know of the Black Needle Society. And the Black Needle Society is a mother and daughter pair that curate a bunch of what they call retreats in a box. Their retreat boxes are very popular, and they tend to sell out very fast when they go live on the website. Um, Last year, about mid-year, they announced that they were doing a Downton Abbey retreat box this year. And I got really excited. I really like Downton Abbey. It's a series of, it's kind of like a historical fiction series on, I believe I started watching it on Netflix. And it maybe you can probably find it on Amazon Prime and whatnot, but they are doing stitching at Downton Abbey seasons 1 and 2. So that retreat is coming up April 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. So it's Wednesday to Sunday coming up in basically 2 weeks. No, next week. It's coming next week, you guys. It's next week. So I signed up for the box for the retreat, and I got the box, you guys. So this is my stitching at Downton retreat box from Black Needle Society. It has the Downton Abbey little logo on the side. It's a nice big box. I will be opening this box next Wednesday during the beginning part of the retreat. I am probably going to be filming this as I am watching the opening ceremonies for the retreat that night. So watch for upcoming video of me opening the Stitching at Downton box. Um, I'm not opening it tonight. I'm not going to spoil it. Because I know there's other people that have opened their boxes. So some of the people that are attending the retreat, there's like 100, almost 200 of us that signed up to get the Stitching at Downton retreat in a box. So really looking forward to diving into this to see what kind of items were curated for it. Um, we did get the pattern. There's a pattern associated with this, and we did receive part one. I'm not going to show you the I'm not going to show you the pattern that we got. I will show you a teaser here. So bear with me just a second. So the pattern that we got for the Stitching at Downton retreat is I am a custodian, and it's pattern number 47. And this is only part one. So you get a little teaser of what the retreat pattern is going to be. Last night, I finally took the pattern. Let me go ahead and close this out. Finally, I took the pattern and the floss list, and I went into my craft room to pull the flosses. I'm only missing one. I need to get a Gentle Arts color that is called for in the pattern that I do not yet have. And I knew that I probably had some fabric in my stash that I needed to dig out. And while I was going to do a floss toss to pick out fabrics from my stash to stitch this pattern for the retreat during that weekend, I had completely forgotten a couple years ago, I was part of the Garan Toten Bags Grime Guard of the Month. And they also make project bags that correlate with their Grime Guards every month. And I totally forgot that I had a Garan Toten Bag Downton Abbey project bag. I think it's going to be better over here. So I have a Downton Abbey project bag from Garan Toten Bags. I don't know that Garan has any of these left. This project bag was available several years ago, like probably 4 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago even. But I have the Downton Abbey bag, and I have put my fabric and my flosses in here for you. So the fabric, these are the floss colors. These are just the DMCs. I am missing one of the colors, so they're very much kind of blues, browns, tans, smoky greens, and a red. And the fabric that I chose is another Grace Notes fabric. She had some discounted fabrics on sale at the retreat, and I picked up this 1 yard set of Verdal, 40 count Verdal in almond milk. So I will be stitching my Downton Abbey piece on almond milk. And that is very true to color. It's a very nice kind of neutral, light tan cream color. So I will be stitching my Downton Abbey piece on almond milk by Grace Notes Fabric. The retreat is gearing up. We have a whole schedule of events that we get to follow Wednesday through Sunday. Unfortunately, I do have to work through the day on Thursday, so I will miss some of the events on Thursday. But I ended up taking Friday off for the retreat, so I get to participate. I'm looking forward to it. We're doing a watch party for seasons 1 and 2 throughout the weekend and whatnot. So it should be a lot of fun. This is my first actual full-fledged Black Needle Society retreat that I have signed up for. So really looking forward to participating this year, and I'm really glad that I ended up taking the day off. So that is some plans that I have. In 2 weekends, I will be attending the Black Needle Society Stitching at Downton retreat. All right. I have actually gotten some new diamond painting stuff to show you. We were at Mike Joann's, our local Joann's that we like to go to, in January, not long after they announced that some of the Joann's in Columbus were closing. And this was before they announced that all the Joann's are now closing. But when we were in there, I had some gift cards to spend that I got for Christmas. So we had picked up some stuff on clearance, and I got this diamond painting. This is called Haunted Castle. This is a Diamond Dots brand diamond painting. It is a full drill, so you have the whole entire diamond painting area to do. This is a round drill painting, and because it initially rang up a full price. I think the suggested retail price on this was $30, $29.99 at Joann's, and I was like, I just don't think I really want it for full price. And he's like, well, it is fall. The cashier was kind of a manager type too, and he's like, well, it is fall, and we're trying to get rid of stuff. He goes, how about if I give you 70% off? I'm like, yeah. So I got it for 70% off. It was a fall piece. It was really good. Really glad I came home with a new diamond painting. So my husband and I, we have also been going to the Amazon return bin store. And we were there on Monday, March 17th for something to do during the day because we both had the day off. And I came across this really stinking cute as heck diamond painting for $3 because Mondays are $3 days at the bin store. And came up with this really stinking cute diamond painting. So this was the picture. You see that cat? Look at that. So let me take this out because the little thumbnail on the diamond painting does nothing to show how stinking cute this diamond painting is going to be. This is a 40 by 40 diamond painting. It is a round drill. You guys, this diamond painting is super duper cute. Oh my God, look at this cat. It's so stinking cute. He's kind of derpy, kind of like our cat Mouse. But he's going to be so stinking cute, you guys. I'm just so excited. I saw this and I was like, all right, I don't care how much it is. I'm going to spend the money to get it. But it was only $3. So I can't wait to start this. Hopefully I'll start this sometime later this year, but he is so stinking cute. I'm not going to go through the whole kit breakdown for you like other diamond painters would, just because I don't really have the time to do that. But yeah, that was my find from the Amazon bin return store. We went to Michael's several nights back. I believe maybe even Friday night. My husband and I went over to Michael's just to do a little bit of shopping. We haven't been to Joann's in a couple of weeks just because the last time we were in there, they were pretty well picked over. And chances are likely we are not going to be stepping foot back in Joann's, just because we think all the Joann's are pretty much going to be completely out of stuff that we would buy anyway. And it's really disheartening. We're really, 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 truly sad that one of our big box craft stores here in the United States is now out of business. And it's truly sad. So we probably won't be going to Joann's, but we still have Michael's. Not nearly as good of a selection on a lot of things as Joann's has, but I did find some really cute things. I am a Hello Kitty fan, and they had this little diamond painting kit that was really cute. Again, I'm not going to take it out of the box, but this kit, it does come with a frame. It comes with the diamonds, the wax patty, the tray, the pen, and the frame. It does come with the frame, so that's really cute. And they had a clearance section as well where they were discounting some of their diamond paintings and stuff. Michael's brand of diamond paintings are called under the brand Make Market. That is the Michael's brand of crafting kits that you can find, Make Market. So they had these Diamond Art LED frame kits on clearance. This one was clearanced for $10. I loved this moth. I believe it's a moth. Does it say what it is? I don't think it lists it. Nope, it just says one kit. Oh, it's a butterfly. I'm sorry. It says butterfly or papillon. Papillon is French for butterfly. So it is a butterfly, not a moth. And the frame, so the frame is an LED frame. So you put batteries in it and turn it on and it lights up. And the diamond painting is on a canvas and you stick the canvas inside the frame and then you light it up. So this is an LED art frame. Again, I'm not taking this out of the box. I'm probably going to do a diamond paint with me video when I do this one because it's a quick one. I could probably do it in an hour or two and do a video of me just doing this and showing you how to put the kit and stuff together. But this is a new diamond painting thing. So that is all the diamond painting haul that I have for you tonight. So hopefully you're able to find some interesting things at your local craft store, wherever that may be. All right. So now we're going to get into some stitchy updates. So I made the comment in my last couple of videos that I have been struggling with my stitching bug. My stitching bug has flown the coop. I have not been doing very much stitching at all compared to last year and other years in the past. And this month was absolutely no different. So in this month, I've stitched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I stitched 10 days in the month of March. I am not stitching tonight because it is kind of late and I kind of want to play some video games. I have been really getting into video games. My game this month so far has been Dinkum. It is a game that I started playing about 2 years ago, and it took a time or two off to play Palia. I've since kind of put Palia aside and got back into Dinkum just because it's the new thing for me, and they've done some updates. So I've been really playing Dinkum, but I haven't been stitching. So I have stats for March. So we are doing, since this is the last day of March, I have some stats and some wrap up for you. So as I said, I only stitched 10 days in March. So for March, I stitched a total of 703 stitches. April, I stitched 969, and in January, I stitched 1,422. So I'm only half the amount that I stitched in January for March. I worked on 4 projects for March, 4 projects, and I had one new start, which was my birthday start. I started Flamingos by Carolyn Manning Designs. It is in my pink mesh project bag. This design is one of her Shooting Stars designs. This is a Flamboyance of Flamingos by Carolyn Manning Designs. And it's part of her collective noun Shooting Stars. It's going to fall over. So collective noun Shooting Stars. Collective noun means the name of a group of something. So a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. So there's a gaggle of geese, I believe. I don't know if she has the name of that pattern yet, or she has that pattern in this series yet. But flamboyance is actually the name of a group of flamingos. And I don't know if it has to be, if it's 2 or more, or if there's a set number, a set minimum number that it has to be considered a flamboyance. But in these shooting star patterns, you get the big piece, and then you get the patterns for the 4 little pieces as well. So you actually get 5 patterns in this. These are all full coverage patterns. So that is really neat. I picked the flosses for this. Look at the colors of this floss. Look at these colors, you guys. So these are all DMC colors, but look at the colors in the flosses. It's pinks and bright like turquoise blues and a light turquoise kind of green and kind of a medium turquoise green. Just absolutely beautifully stunning colors. Oh, and a salmon. There's a really pretty salmon color in here as well. Um, so I was initially going to maybe do this on 32 count easy count fabric on white, but I found a piece of fabric in my stash that I thought would be really good. This is a piece of color and cotton, 36 count Edinburgh linen in the colorway Petunia by Color and Cotton. And I did have a start. So this one I stitched 247 stitches on. This was the one I stitched on the most. It goes this way. This is the one I stitched on the most for the month of March. 247 stitches. This was a new start for me. I am doing this one strand full cross over 2 threads on 36 count. So it's actually technically equal to 18. I'm really liking the coverage using one strand. I don't know if it's gonna, if there we go. I really like the coverage on this using one strand. So I've been stitching a lot on 40 count using one strand. So I figured I'd try it with this on 36 count to see if I really like it, and I do. So I'm gonna continue with this one strand over 2 full cross. This was my birthday start for this year. And I do have a Garan Toten Bags Flamingo Grime Guard that I've put in with this piece. You can see the flamingos on it. I haven't used the Grime Guard yet, but I do have the Flamingo Grime Guard from Garan Toten Bags in with the project. So wanted to tell you a little bit about plans. So Mom and I, sorry Harvey, sorry. Mom and I, I had the Downton Abbey bag kind of balanced on the cat tree. My cat Harvey was on the level right below the box, and the box tipped because I set the project bag on top of the box. The box tipped, and it smacked into the cat, and the cat took off. So, sorry, Harvey. But anyway, forgot to put the pattern back in. But so some of the plans for April for Mom and I. Friday this week, Mom and I are heading up towards Youngstown, Ohio, which is about 2 to 2.5 hours northeast here up towards the Cleveland area. We are heading up to Youngstown, Ohio for the Western PA, Eastern Ohio Spring Stitch-In Retreat. It starts Friday afternoon and goes until Sunday midday, and we are going up there to just sit and stitch all weekend, which is a good thing because like I said in the opening part of my video, my stitchy bug has been all but gone, and I'm looking to really get it back. So hopefully going to the retreat this weekend will prepare me for stitching the following weekend during the Stitching at Downton retreat. The Stitching at Downton retreat is a virtual retreat. I don't have to go anywhere for that. So I'm staying home, probably going to just wear some comfy clothes, get some snacks. My husband's funny. He said, I can dress up as a butler and be your butler all weekend. I was like, no, you don't have to do that. But anyway, Mom and I are heading to Youngstown, Ohio next weekend. So I'm really hoping that some of these projects are going to be going with me. I am taking the Flamingos project with me, and I will also be taking a couple of these other ones that I worked on. I didn't bring it down here, but in my last video, I showed you the progress on Amid Amish Life that I had. I didn't work on that anymore this month. My St. Patty's Day piece, which was the piece that I got the least amount of stitching on. I got 100 stitches, 110 stitches, which actually only equals about 50 real stitches in most challenge groups. Stained glass Hello Kitty. I don't know if you're going to be able to see necessarily where I got it. The 100 stitches are up here in the border. That's pretty much it, up there in the border. Those were the only stitches I put in on Stained Glass Hello Kitty. This is a whip go piece for me, and I need 400 more stitches in this to finish the whip go square. So I'm going to be probably taking this with me as well to the retreat. I am stitching this on 32 count easy count, 1/1/10 stitch. You can see this is Gangudon. It's one of the Hello Kitty characters. He's the only Hello Kitty character that's completely finished. He's the little dragon guy. I'm sorry that darkens when I get up close. So there's that. I showed you the new start, and the only other piece that I worked on this month. So last year I decided to finally start my Heart in Hand square dance set. I have the 4 Heart in Hand square dance patterns for the 12 months of the year, and I am doing them on 40 count fabric. I'm doing them 1/2 on 40 count fabric because I'm doing each set of 3 months in a row next close to each other, so I can make them into little pillows to put out in a dough bowl on my table, my coffee table in my living room. And so last year I had done November. So this is October, November, December. And then down here, when I pulled this out this last week to work on it, I put in 110 stitches on April. This is the box for May and then the April carrot. So I can show that to you now. So I am working on April. This is a better picture. Oh, I'm working on April, and then so the part of May that I did is this little bit here in the corner. So I got 110 stitches on April and May. So I'm going to hopefully finish April, May, and June, and then go back up and work on October, November, December. I'm hoping to make this kind of a retreat finish, because once I finish April, I can make it a finish. Once I do May, I can consider it a finish. Once I do June, I can consider it a finish. But I do have room for all 12 months on here to make them and be able to make them into pillows. This is a piece of 40 count Newcastle linen in the colorway raw. So I am stitching this 1/1 full cross. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. So the coverage is really good on the 40 count. I'm really liking it. So I did get a start on April, and I am using the called for Weeks Dye Works, Classic Colorworks, and Gentle Arts threads. So there's that. And this was the last piece that I touched for the month of March. I only put 110 stitches on this. So for March, my numbers were I did 246 stitches on a mid Amish life before my last video. I did 100 stitches on Stained Glass Hello Kitty, 247 stitches on Flamingos, Flamboyance of Flamingos, and 110 stitches on Square Dance. So that is where I left March. I am hoping that because of the 2 retreats, I'm going to have the new Stitching at Downton retreat start next week in anticipation of the Stitching at Downton retreat. So I'm going to be working on that, because that retreat piece will count for every single stitching prompt during the retreat. And that way I don't have to go through all my stuff and try and find pieces that match the prompts. I can just stitch on that the whole weekend and hopefully get some really nice progress on it. Whip Go. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about WhipGo. I have to dig out my pieces. All right. So WhipGo, this is where I'm at for my WhipGo. This is my WhipGo board. For those of you that don't know, WhipGo is a cross-stitch challenge game that was started by Jessie Marie Does Stuff here on YouTube. She created WhipGo. So basically the premise is you take your cross-stitch whips or whip and you create a bingo board with either a project in each square or a prompt in each square or just a number of stitches in each square. And every month, 2 boxes are called, except when square 13, which is typically the free space, is called. Then a third box is called. But throughout the year, you have essentially 2 boxes of stitching to work on, and you can set the goals. My goals for the last 2 or 3 years has been 500 stitches on every project for the squares called. So you can see here, January's are blue. January squares are blue, and both of those are done. I completed both of those because they're filled in. So February's is in pink. Now you're not going to be able to see that really well, but February's boxes are box number 7 and box number 8. In February, when those boxes were called, so February's first box number 7, is Stitch a Project from a Magazine. I chose Amid Amish Life because I am stitching the version from the Cross Stitch and Country of Crafts magazine. I only put in about 350 stitches in on an Amid Amish Life, so I still owe 150 stitches on that one for February, so I'm behind on that one. And then the second February box was draw a Black Needle Society prompt card and stitch the prompt. I had talked about this when I first got these decks of cards. The first set of cards I picked up a year or 2 back was the Black Needle Society Stitching Challenge deck. So this is a deck of 52 cards that all have stitching prompts on them. This one, for instance, says stitch on a piece with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. So basically, stitch on a piece with the colors of the rainbow, essentially. And if you're having trouble coming up with something to stitch with, you can take these cards and draw one. You can draw one every week for a year and stitch on that prompt, and that could kind of direct you into what to stitch for the year. Well, they also did a Hogwarts or Harry Potter theme box, and they came out, I think last year, they came out with the Educational Decree deck. Okay. So this was the Educational Decree deck. And this was very much a very similar concept. You know, they give you a prompt to stitch. And in February, when that number was called, I had originally drawn the prompt card from this deck because I'd used that other deck in the past. And I kind of want to get this. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I kind of wanted to get this one going as well. I don't really support the author because of some of the things that have come out about things they support or don't support, no longer support. And I have never read the books, never watched the movies, and at this point in time, I'm probably never going to do so just because I don't support the author anymore. And anyway, but I do have the cards because I like the concept of prompts and being able to draw cards as such. So the prompt card that I drew in February for Square 8 was a project with Slytherin colors. Well, having never really watched the movies, I had to look up the Slytherin colors, and the House of Slytherin is green and silver. And the more and more I got through February and all the way through the month of March, I kept trying to think, do I even really want to stitch on any of my projects that are green and silver? And my answer was no. More and more often was no. So I decided that on this video, I was going to select a new card for box number 8 for February. So we are going to, I'm going to shuffle. Whoops, there's one of the other deck's cards in there. And shuffle again. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and pick didn't go that well either. And I'm going to pick a new card for February. All right. So we have the deck. I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck right here. So this card, the Stitching Challenge, inspired by the Wizarding World, this top card right here, is Stitch on a Project with a Door. So that'll be really interesting. I have a few things that I can do with that. Um, yeah, so we will do that. Stitch on a Project with a Door. I will leave that out so I know to change my WibGo square. So March's WibGo square on here, March's square is Stitch on a neglected stitch along and a full coverage project. My full coverage project was stained glass Hello Kitty because I started that for March, my birthday month in March. And the neglected Sal, I have yet to figure that out. I might actually pull out Satsuma, I think it's Satsuma Street's 4 Elements. That was a 4-part stitch along that came out 2 years ago, I want to say. It might be 3. I haven't worked on that. I also might pick out the Haunted Mansion stitch along that I was in. It was a free stitch along from several years back that the designer of it, we were stitching the Haunted Mansion. So you're stitching all the different rooms in the Haunted Mansion based on the Disneyland ride. And a lot of people have added things and changed the rooms around and stuff. So it's very customizable. And I haven't worked on that in a while. So anyway, I might stitch that. And then April's. So April's numbers were called on the 25th. Jessie Marie pulled box number 4. My box number 4 is a full coverage project. And box number 10, which is a project not stitched in 2024. So I have a list of all my whips that I carried over from 2024, and also those that I did not touch in 2024. So I will be referring to that list and picking one of those ones that I didn't stitch on at all last year and getting some progress on that. So when Mom and I go to the fall or the spring stitch and retreat, I'll be taking flamingos. I'll be taking square dance, which is in my dot dot goose bag, square dance. And probably a couple of the other WibGo pieces that I need to work on and get done. So hopefully I can get WibGo caught up for April. That is my goal, is to get WibGo caught up. Several other groups are doing some new things. So Magazine Monthly Challenges, which is the Facebook group that was started by Catherine Zook from C Zook Stitch. They are doing a new April challenge called Springo. So there's 35 squares on the board. You pick a project. So you can either do a project for the numbers 1 through 35, or pick a set of numbers for one project. Pick 7 projects, 1 for S, 1 for P, 1 for R, 1 for I, 1 for N, 1 for G, and 1 for O. Based on the acrostic, like to go along with the letters. You can pick 7 projects and then just assign randomly 5 numbers to those. You can do it whatever you want. I don't know if I'll be participating in Springo, but they also do a theme and acrostic. So the theme for the month is growth and the acrostic is apricot. And they also do an anagram. The anagram word for April is growth. So basically the anagram, you take the word growth and you come up with a bunch of different words based on that. And then you pick a project to go with that word and you stitch a certain amount of stitches for that. So there's that. I'm just trying to go through my sheets. I did say towards the beginning of the year that I am intending to reduce the amount of stitching challenges that I have to track, because I've been finding that I was taking a lot of time trying to write down the challenges that I was stitching for and what their requirements are. And that was taking up way too much time and I wasn't really stitching. And so by the time I get ready to start and stitch, after trying to figure out what I was tracking for with that project, I was maybe only getting 50 to 100 stitches every night. And I really want to get um, my participation in those types of groups down. And I'm still working on it. I still am experiencing a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out. And yeah, it's really hard to kind of get away from tracking. I will show you an example of one of my tracking sheets for March. So this is where I stitched 2 days in a row for March. So you can see on my tracking sheet, I have the different groups. Come on, there we go. I have the different groups I was stitching for, and how many stitches I needed, and whether or not I posted the finish. Um, yeah, I'm trying to get away from doing that because it's just taking up way too much time, and I'm not really getting much stitching done. I have a couple of groups that I'm going to continue to stitch for, because basically it's not a set amount of stitches that you have to stitch. It's just stitch on a project and then post how much you stitch on, and then just post how much you stitch. Um, there's just a lot of Facebook challenge groups out there that I am just kind of backing off, and just trying to get my stitching bug going, or getting back my stitching bug. So I am trying to get rid of some of those. So plans for April is to continue to hopefully get my stitching bug back, going to the retreat next weekend, and the Stitching at Downton retreat from Black Needle Society the weekend after. After that, I have no plans. I do have to get my taxes done, and just kind of get my stitchy bug back, pretty much is where I'm at for that. Jigsaw speed puzzling national competition. The national championships are coming up next weekend in Washington, D.C. For those of you that have watched my channel in the last several months, know that I've been sort of kind of getting my toes wet into speed jigsaw puzzling. And I am not good enough to go to nationals. I also did not get signed up in time to go. Plus, I already had the retreat signed up or lined up for Mom and I. So, jigsaw, USA Jigsaw Puzzle Speed Puzzling Championships are coming up next weekend in Washington, D.C. So I'll kind of be keeping tabs on that throughout the weekend at the retreat. Also, we are in the full swing of college softball uh, games and such, as the teams prepare for Women's College World Series coming up in May and June. So I'm kind of getting into some softball. And also, this past Saturday night was roller derbies, Ohio roller derbies alumni night. Why did it do that? Oh, it's because all right. So, alumni night, Ohio roller derby started 20 years ago. And I joined the league before we even had home teams, when we were just meeting up at a local skate rink for practicing and getting together and getting conditioned to skate roller derby and to kind of learn the basics of the rules. And our league reached out to all the alumni that it had contact for, and invited us all to Saturday's game. So Ohio Roller Derby played Black and Bluegrass from Kentucky, and also Cincinnati Roller Derby from Cincinnati, Ohio. They came up for two doubleheader game on Saturday, and I got to meet up with a bunch of people I haven't seen in probably close to 20 years. And so we took some pictures while we were at the game. And this is a picture of all the alumni skaters from the first season going forward. So I skated with quite a few of these people throughout the years, and it was just really great to get back into the swing of things. I don't know if you can see, but there's the lady in the black on the far left, sitting in a walker. I am in the light blue smock right behind her, standing up behind her. My skate name is Lightning Bug. I was on one of the original 4 home teams, the Sprockets. All right. So, there were four of us that showed up in season one's home team skating uniforms. So we have the taller lady in red. She is Dixie Heartless. She was on the takeouts. The takeouts were the ninjas. So they wore red, yellow, and black. Then next to her is a friend and skater under the skate name Pixie Lust. She was on the Band of Brawlers. The Band of Brawlers skated in camo green and hot pink. Then you have me. I'm standing there in my Sprockets smock. The Sprockets were the space team from the original first season of roller derby. My skate name is Lightning Bug. So that is my smock from the first season. And then last but not least is my friend and fellow skater from the Black Eye Bullies. They were like a playground bully kind of team. They were known as the fighters, so to speak. And that is Heidi Ho. She was on the Black Eye Bullies. So we have four of the original home team skaters in their uniforms at the game on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. Had a blast. So yeah, it was really great to reconnect with a bunch of my fellow skaters and the people that I skated with initially with the league in 2005. It was a really good time. Had a blast. Reconnected with a lot of people. So anyway, don't really have a whole lot else going on except the two retreats coming up the next 2 weekends and getting taxes done and just stuff like that. So that is all I have for you this time. Just looking forward to getting some stuff done and hanging out. My husband's looking at something kind of weird in a bag.
Deliciousness.
Oh, he has his squid snacks. He's been eating squid snacks. I don't know about that. But anyway, he's heading back upstairs to kind of hang out for a little bit. But anyway, so that is all I have for you this week, and we will hopefully talk to you soon. I am hoping to get a little bit of a video recorded. My mom and I try and do a we're on our way video snippet and do some like video recap of the retreats that we're going to. I don't know. I'll be doing a Stitching a Downton retreat box opening video um, as I open the retreat box next Wednesday. And I don't know if I'll be going through any recap of that. I'll probably do a recap of that as well. So if you're interested in those two retreats, be on the lookout for those coming up in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully I'll get my stitching bug back. But as I said, that is all I really have for you. If you're um, if you're needing somebody to talk to, if you're needing help, if you're needing a safe space to come, our house is open to you. You matter, you belong, and you're more than welcome here at our house. So just know that and know that we are here for you in any way we can. I might only be able to talk to you on the phone long distance, whatever that may be. I may not be able to help you out financially. I might be able to. I don't know. Just reach out. If you find yourself needing help, please let me know. I will try my best to help you in the ways that I can. But you matter. You belong. You are loved. You are important. And you are welcome here. So just know that you can come here if you need to reach out for help. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Just keep your head up and keep moving forward. That's about all we can do. And hopefully we can help each other get through these next 4 years because it's going to be really tough. It already is really tough with all the changes coming through. So, yeah, we need to work together and stand together and be there for each other now more than ever. So, like I said, keep your head up, keep moving forward. We've got this. We can get through it. It's going to be hell, but we can get through it. And We just need to try, and we just need to be there for each other. So, um, yeah, let's help each other out as best we can. All right. Take care, everybody. And until my next little video, we will see you soon. Bye.